I need to lose belly fat, but I'm skinny fat. I don't want to lose any weight. Do you have any suggestions?
Male or female?
I think it's a male. It's a teeny tiny picture.
I was just curious for context. I don't know if my answer changes.
Doesn't matter.
Or how
Just
much
curious.
it changes.
Who's asking?
I think it actually matters more just on the individual and goals and like mental state.
Body fat level.
Body fat level for sure, but also comfort, psychological range of body fat that you're comfortable in. Generally speaking, especially if you're younger, skinny fat, like eat slightly above maintenance and just get very into strength training and getting as strong as possible for 2 years is usually the best approach. You might end up recomping nicely. Worst case scenario, you end up gaining a tiny bit more body fat, a whole bunch of strength and muscle, and you put yourself in a great position to do a cut. Doing a fat loss phase from there usually doesn't work too well. Just being under muscled, not having your metabolic rate's not in an amazing position to start. It's harder to lose fat. You're not going to be, especially guys, aren't going to be thrilled with how they look at the end of the cut anyway.
Yeah, completely agree. I think the ultimate way to fix skinny fat, if you're truly like have that skinny fat look, lift and protein, and consider it like a 2 to 4 year endeavor.
Yeah,
it's going to take a minute. That's the thing about fat loss can be done relatively quickly. Like you can see results of fat loss pretty fast, regardless of where you're starting out. You could be like super, super fat, very overweight, or you could only have like 15 or 20 pounds. And if you're dialed for 12 to 16 weeks, you're going to see insane progress regardless of where you're starting out.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you're going to be where you want to be, especially if you're starting at 400 pounds, but you'll see insane progress in 12 to 16 weeks. With skinny fat, 12 to 16 weeks in, like you might see some changes, but it's not like everything is going to be massively different. I really think at least a year, 2 years before you start being like, oh shit, this is really working. And that's why you've got to take some pictures and I'd say take pictures every 6 months or so. But it's sort of like the Henry Rollins, like you just don't look at yourself, just fucking trust the process, go in and lift, hit your protein. You do that for a year, you're going to look different. In 2 years, that's when things really start to change.
Yeah, that's really well said. Setting expectations is huge for that person because if they expect to look drastically different, focused on building muscle in 12 or 16 weeks, it's not going to happen. They're going to be very discouraged, more likely to quit. Yeah, well said.
And people in that group often they'll start to do something like that, but then after 2 weeks or 4 weeks, they'll be like, oh, I just want to get rid of this fat. So then they go into a deficit again and maybe start upping cardio. And now stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop fucking doing that, because no matter how much fat you get rid of, you're not going to have the muscle definition that you can only gain through strength training. So maintenance, I think around maintenance, maybe slight surplus, but mostly around maintenance, and then a lot of protein and lift heavy 3 to 4 times a week for 2 years. And it's going to be a very different physique after 2 years.
Yep. Let me paint the other side. If you want to do this, I wouldn't recommend it, but do a 16-week cut, 20-week cut, 24-week cut, depends on how much body fat you have and how lean you want to get, and then focus on building muscle for the 2 to 3 years after that cut. The problem there is once you lose that body fat, you're likely to be very resistant to gaining more body fat psychologically. Like you're not going to want to gain more fat, and it's going to be harder. You're just... to add muscle while maintaining that level of leanness or close to it, you're going to have to be extremely diligent with your nutrition. It just works much better to spend 2 years. Don't even look at yourself in the mirror. Focus on getting stronger, eat your protein, and then down the road, you can lose fat. You have a much better strength and muscle base for the rest of your life.
100%.